My first day in federal prison was both good and bad. Bad that I was now in prison, good that I was finally getting credit for time served. At 8:30 in the morning, my mom and brother drove from Los Angeles to the federal prison in Taft, California. On the way there, stopped at this Carl's Jr. adjacent to a gas station. I had this final horrific meal of like 5,000 calories. I was so sick after the meal. Had a final meal like I had a date with the electric chair. We pulled into the prison, regretted having my mom come with me when we saw the razor coil and barbed wire of the higher security prison. We parked, we walked in, reached out to shake hands with the correctional officer. Hi, I'm Justin Paperny, here to self-surrender. He said, we don't shake hands with inmates. From there, I tried to get in with a watch and a pair of shoes. They said, that's a no-go. Quick thing, if you read something online, doesn't mean that it's true. I read that I can bring it in. And after about 4 hours of questioning, in and out of a cell, handcuffs on and off during that window, after about 4 hours, I was processed over to the minimum security camp. And when I got to the minimum security camp, I was surprised at how self-directed it is. The guard basically throws you out and says, find your dorm, find a way to laundry, get what you need. I'm going back to the higher security prison. I was stunned at how large the dorm was and the track and camp control. It's a really huge institution. Everyone knows you that you're the new prisoner because of the outfit and the orange slip-ons. Think of like Jeff Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So everyone knows that you're new. Some don't care. Some will immediately offer you things. They walked me to the chapel and offered me like toothbrush and some shower shoes. Very, very kind. They said, we don't want anything in return. Someday pay it back when you leave. I was stunned initially at how many prisoners were like smiling and happy. I remember thinking like, what are these dudes smiling about? They're in federal prison. What's wrong? What's wrong with them? Why are they so happy? From there, I did go to laundry. Then I found my way over to the dorm. And before I even went to my cubicle, I'm like, what are the bathrooms going to look like? Are they clean? Are they filthy? My God, the shower's private. What is this place going to look like? Pleasantly surprised by the look of the bathroom. And then just as I was getting comfortable, I heard everyone report back to the compound to prepare for count. Just like that, I was about to stand for my first count in federal prison at 4 p.m. From there, the dorm opened. We went to the chow hall. I remember thinking, I'm eating in the chow hall for the first time in prison. I cannot believe that I'm here. Following the chow hall, I walked the track for about 3 hours, mostly alone, looking so lost and out of place and uncomfortable, and just beginning to reflect and think of how far I had fallen. My goodness, I'm in federal prison. After 3 hours of walking that dusty track alone, I spent a little time in the library. I wrote a letter home thanking everyone, did a little bit of complaining that I was there. And I went back to the cubicle and I laid on my rack for the next 12 hours with my eyes open and didn't sleep a bit, just thinking about my life and hoping to have a productive journey through federal prison. That was my first day in jail.